Hi, my name is Thomas Wang, and today I just wanted to share why I don't like these big, crowded cities. And the reason I bring this up is because I recently went to a vacation trip to New York, and I had a lot of fun because it's a vacation and you're supposed to have fun. But at the same time, I got like really overwhelmed by the amount of stuff there. And I was only there for like 4 days, but I can't imagine being there for like to have a job there, to live there. It just seems like so much. And like, don't get me wrong, New York is a great place. Like, that's where all the stories come from. Where like there's potential there. That's where your dreams come true. And I'm sure they are because, like, I saw a lot of well-dressed people there. So there must be really professional, rich people. That's where success, like, yeah, successful place. But anyways, point is, I got really overwhelmed by the sheer amount of stuff just happening in the city. There's like the amount of skyscrapers in there, it's crazy. Like I hurt my neck just to look up and see the skyscrapers. I couldn't see the top until I fully like got that 90-degree straight up view. And it's actually crazy. It's not just the buildings. There's so many people there too. And I might just not be a people person, but like I get overwhelmed. Maybe I'm a germophobic because I don't like breathing near so many other people, and especially since it's still pandemic-y time, feel like coronavirus and all that. And I did get sick on the vacation, so I guess it's justified because that place is probably a lot of germs. But anyways, a lot of people, a lot of buildings, and in my opinion, a lot of germs. And it's just busy. It's a bit much for me. And it's not just the people. Most people you don't really meet. You're just walking by them. I walk by many people, many rich people, average people, homeless people, racial differences, all the whole shebang. And I really understood the word diversity when I got there, but it was a lot. And it's not just like I said, you don't meet any of those people, so it doesn't really matter. You just like walk by them. But the main thing that affected me the most, that I just greatly disliked, was the smoking people. I greatly dislike the smoking people to the fullest extent because they make the whole city smell like crap. And I don't understand why there's so many, and I don't understand how so many people live with that. Like New York is one of the biggest population cities, and everyone has to smell smoking people, pretty much everywhere. And like, it's like everywhere I go, there's just a dude smoking. And I remember in elementary school we had this lesson about like don't do drugs and crap, and everyone thought it was really funny and hilarious and cringe. But I do remember something called secondhand smoking. I'm pretty sure that's when people who smoke hurt the people around them because when you breathe in the smoke that someone's smoking, that also harms you. So these smoking people are just harming everyone around them, and in a city as big as New York, they're harming a very large amount of people. And like I said, I don't know how people live with that. And also, I smelled a fair amount of an interesting smell. And at the time, I didn't know what it was. But then my brother was like, "Oh, I smell weed," and I'm just like, "Oh, so that disgusting smell is weed." All right. And I actually smelled that quite a bit. In fact, I walked by these people and I smelled a lot of weed. And then later, I saw a police with a dog smelling the ground walking towards them. And I really wish I got to see them even if it wasn't about them. I thought they were probably going to get arrested for weed dealing, and I didn't actually research if weed is legal. I'm assuming it's not. I don't know enough about laws and crap. But anyways, another big thing. Basically, New York is pretty overwhelming. But to be honest, I had a great time there because it's a vacation and you're supposed to enjoy your time. And I went to this big tower called the Summit One Vanderbilt thing. It's a really tall tower. The floor is made of a mirror, so when you look down, you instantly feel like you're gonna die and pass out from a coma or something. Anyways, that was really disturbing when you look at the. And the roof is a mirror, so when you look down, you see the roof, and it creates that mirror effect where it's like you just see infinite up and down. So it makes you look like you're floating. And then when you look out the window, you see the beautiful city. From the top, it's great. From the streets, it looks like something from a video game where people get robbed. But yeah, it's beautiful. When you see New York from above, it's a great view. I took like 50 pictures on my phone, which is the first time I've ever taken pictures, and it's great. It does make you seem like you're gonna fall, and if you have a fear of heights, it's like really creepy, which is probably why it's a good thing why my dad didn't come. But anyways, yeah, it's a great time, and honestly, I enjoyed the time in the buildings because in the buildings you like kind of get away from all the people, and it's kind of more civilized in the buildings. And the amount of buildings there are, everyone's spread out throughout the building. When you're in a building, it's calmer. It's not as overwhelming as like out in the streets. And I guess I'm just a person. I like peaceful type habitats, like areas. So I guess I enjoy the town I live in because it's like nothing crazy. It's a little town, little city, and it's peaceful. Like stuff still happens. It's just not a lot of stuff. But a place like New York where it's so busy, like your ears are constantly ringing from some sounds. There's no peace and quiet. So I guess the main thing is I hate the streets of New York and I hate the commotion. I hate like big cities because they're too busy. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure other people thrive and really enjoy the busyness. It keeps them alive and it keeps them like motivated to do more work. But personally, I just don't like the big cities like New York because they're just too busy and overwhelming.